Right, this is a quick walk around video for an Alfa Romeo. It's a little Mito 1.6 diesel, Lusso model. Just coming on part exchange to us, and as it says in the advert, you know, we predominantly deal with Japanese cars, but this one's a part exchange straight into us over the last couple of days. Chaps just bought a Honda from me, but just to go around the car for you, it's a very genuine, tidy little car. Just the odd age-related mark which you clearly expect on any car with this kind of mileage, or sort of 7 or 8 years down the line. But the front end is actually very clean. You know, there's only very minor stone chipping on there. Down the flanks, nice and clean and crisp in the panels. There's no indentations I can see obviously on there. Alloys are a nice design. I don't know whether they're standard or not. I don't know the Alfas, but they do look very pretty and in very nice condition as well. Panel work is generally very nice, just the odd, you know, as I said, you know, light mark on dark colours, but it does look fabulous in this colour. And the rear alloy again, very good, just tiniest little bit sort of curbing which you'd expect on any car, but it really is a handsome little beast. Come around the back of the car, just to show there is a few little marks around the badge here, so whether, I'm not sure what that is, but it is on there, and I am critical on these videos, so I like people to know before they come to us. And then near side of the vehicle, again, very smooth in the panel work. It's only kind of, as I said before, just the lightest of marks that any decent polish would get out. Alloy on the side again, very clean and tidy. I don't normally do the videos here, I do apologise, it's just they're doing some work close to where we work, and it's quite noisy, so hence I come around. And then final alloy, very clean and tidy. Just to show you on the outside, the only obvious thing that I can show you here, just missing this little plastic trim bit, which you can pay Alfa lots of money, I'm sure, or just get one off eBay. It's as simple as that. But very nice condition. Just coming into the passenger side door, all in very nice condition. No obvious marks or damage on there at all. Footwell area, very clean and tidy. And plastics on the dashboard, really clean and crisp. Inside the glove box here, we've got the owner's manual pack and lock and wheel nut set for the vehicle as well. Passenger seat is very clean. And then if I just pop that forward, you just see the back seats there again, all in very nice condition. So he's kept it in really nice condition, this car. Come to the front now, driver's door card as with the other one, very clean, hardly a mark of any note on there at all. And again, footwell area is all very nice indeed. Driver's seat shows hardly any sign of any wear at all. Certainly better built than Alfas from years gone by, in my opinion. But you know, it is very clean and tidy in here. So inside the car now, obviously the engine's running as it has been all the way through. Just a pan across the dashboard, but it looks pretty much like new. It's very clean and tidy. Obviously radio, all the air conditioning working. You've got different settings down there. If you know your Alfas, you know what that's all about. And then you've got this little sort of USB port and power point down here as well. But all the recesses have been kept really nicely, very tidy indeed. Just pop the handbrake off just to show you on the dashboard there. Obviously the engine's running. There's no warning lights on the car at all. And I'm guessing it's either got some form of Bluetooth built into the system of the car, but as I said, I have to be honest, I don't know these cars terribly well. As I said, if this was a Honda, I'd know it like the back of my hand, but to be fair to it, it's been kept very nicely. So just to come into the engine bay finally, very nicely presented engine bay. Alfa Romeo do these things really rather nicely. Obviously JTDM engine. Sounds very sweet in operation as well, in all honesty. Always sounds a bit noisier on the videos here than when you're physically stood here. So hopefully that helps just give you an idea of the outside of the car. Any questions, do give us a call. Right, this is a quick road test video for a Alfa Romeo Mito 1.6 diesel, YS58FVE. And mileage at the start of the road test is 84,196 miles. The reason we do the road test is very simple indeed. We just want customers to see the cars in operation prior to coming to see us. That way, if there's any issues related to the car, we can feed it back to you and let you know about them. Also worth pointing out, the road tests are done on the same quiet country roads close to our business that you'll go on yourselves if you're interested in buying the car. It is very quiet around here, so it just means the test drive's quite less traumatic than it can be. So coming to the car, just as you'll know, this is a car that was part exchanged into us, not a normal fare, so we're specialised in Japanese cars. It drives very, very nicely. Just to go through things one by one for you. Engine starts straight away. Nice peppy engine. It's got plenty of grunt, plenty of go to it. Quite a nice thing to drive. Apparently, according to the last owner, got amazingly economical. But really got lots of grunt. Put foot down there, even in fourth, and it zips along. But sounds sweet, keen, eager to rev, very smooth and vibration free. Clutch and gearbox on the car. Clutch is smooth in operation. Bite point seems to be exactly where it wants to be, but it bites really, really well. There's no squeaks or clicks from the clutch pedal itself. All seems to be in very good order indeed. Gearbox on the vehicle, 6-speed gearbox. No previous experience with them, so I can't tell you 100% certain of any. I like on my Hondas, I know them very well, so if there's any issues, I can tell you pretty much straight away. But to be honest with you, it feels very tight in the gate. In turn, that's a good thing, by the way. It's just got no slack. I don't mean it's tight and horrible. It's actually very, very nice and easy to use. Synchro mesh seems very good in all the gears. So all seems to be in very good order indeed. Just wait to get around the corner to check the steering. The steering itself, sorry, track's absolutely dead straight. There doesn't seem to be any vibration coming back through the steering wheel, which is a bit of a pet hate of mine in all honesty. But that all seems very, very good indeed. But it feels tight. Typical Alfa steering is quite quick and responsive in terms of the way it turns in, but again, I can't feel any kind of slack or obvious or noticeable wear in the steering at all. Same with the suspension of the vehicle. You can hear it going over the bumps. It's quite a sporty little car, so it's a firmer ride, but quite a nice one as well. It's well damped. It doesn't feel harsh in any way. It just feels like you can feel the bumps in a normal way. But again, it just feels tight and crisp and good. But it is a really good, fun little car, and the chassis and the steering complement each other very nicely, actually. So it's my first ever experience of driving one of these cars, apart from when I did the appraisal when the chap part exchanged it. But it does seem to be sort of a particularly sort of fun car, and that sounds cliched, but it genuinely is the case. Also nice and quiet on the move. That suggests again things like sort of wind seals and everything else are in good order. So it is actually a very quiet car in here. So it's sort of car that you could do sort of a fair few miles in without droning away too much or trying to compete with the radio. I'll check the brakes in a second, just get around the corner to do that. Let's give them a bit of a shove. There's a nice solid brake pedal on there, so what I'm looking for again, things like kind of have you got any vibrations and pulsing for the brake pedal, which suggest sort of wear on the in the brake system, but there's nothing. There's a really solid, secure, very sort of confidence-inspiring brake pedal on the vehicle. Come to this kind of the halfway point on there makes no difference. Looking around inside the car, As you know from the walk around video, it's in really lovely condition. To be fair to Alfa Romeo, and it's taken them, quite a while, in my opinion at least. Build quality seems very, very good in here. There's no squeaks, no rattles, no buzzers. Certainly for a car this mileage and age, then it's stood the test of time very, very well indeed. But it's a very nice place to sit, and again, completely unlike Alfas of old. I'm sitting straight ahead and the steering wheel's there, straight in front of me, not kind of over there or over there. My feet are pointing straight ahead as well, so it's perhaps I'm older than I think. In fact, I almost certainly am, but certainly my memories of Alfas weren't with such great driving positions, but it's very good. Everything I've pressed thus far seems to have worked absolutely fine. Looking at the instrument panel here, all the pixelation on the readouts, all absolutely spot on. Temperature gauge running at a half on the gauge itself, which equates to 50 to 80. It's around about 90, I guess. So that would seem to be about right with modern cars. But it's all really nice. It's very nicely done. There's not a lot more to add to this video. So normally, on the Hondas, I do tend to go on a bit about them. But the point of this video really is just to show you the car in operation, and it seems to drive exactly as it should. If there's any queries or questions you might have about the car, obviously don't hesitate, do give us a call.